Hi, this is the 16 connected video tutorial, and today we're going to make needle felted brooches. So you should have a kit that looks a bit like this. If you don't, what you will need is water soluble paper like this, and I've drew templates on of flowers. You will need some needle felting wool or roving wool or wool tops. Comes like this. This is merino wool. You will need needle felting needles. I have a fine needle and I have a thicker needle. You will also need sponge. This is polystyrene, so you can use polystyrene if you wanted, as long as it's quite thick. Or you could use an old cushion, so you could put an old cushion down and needle felt onto that. Just make sure it's pretty thick. You don't want the needles to go through to your knees or to your hands. The needles are very sharp and they have little bobs on the end of them. These needles are not suitable for young children either. So you will also need a broach back. I've got a broach back there, just a blank. You'll need a needle and thread, some scissors, and you'll need a bowl with water in it and a towel. You don't want the water too hot because it will felt you will even further. Just lukewarm water will do. So what you need to do first is we're going to put our template on our pad, and we're going to decide what colour wool we want on the base. So I have put, there's different colour wools in the pack, so you can mix these colours if you want. It's totally up to you. So what I do is I lay the wool, just little bits at a time, you don't need lots, where the petals start. So you have your 5 petals. So you put your wool on top of the petal, needle felt around the petal. Just watch your hands as well. So I'm needle felting like that. And then what you want to do is move this over. You want to make sure that your wool is inside that line of your petal. So you do the rest of the petals. So once you have covered the whole of the petal, the whole of the flower, you should have 5. This has got 6 petals, this one. What you can do is then add different colours to it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of colour in between each petal. Just like that. So it's a bit like that. So you want to keep pulling this off the mat too, because it will want to stick onto the mat. So just keep pulling it up. And you need to just do it, you need to make it a little bit tougher. So just keep going around. You don't want it too tough. Looks a little bit like that. So at this point, it'll be a little bit fluffy at the back. That's absolutely fine. I'll just do a little bit more work. It doesn't want to be too soft, but it doesn't want to be too tough either. Now, what we're going to do is, I've made another flower and I'm going to attach them both together. So if this one is too tough, it will be really hard to attach it to this one. So that's why I'm not making it tough. If you just want to do one flower, that's absolutely fine. Then toughen it up quite a bit. Once you're at that point, you're going to cut it out. Excuse the scissors. My smaller scissors are quite blunt, so I'm having to use bigger scissors. So once you've cut that out, like that, we're going to put it in some water. So we put it in the water, and this will make the flower a little bit tougher also. But also it's making it not so fluffy, because it's a little bit fluffy at the minute. It doesn't look much like a flower. Just get it done. So this water soluble paper should come off it no problem. It will dissolve in the water. So once you've got all the water out of there, you really want to dry it out. So just dry it with a towel. Try not to stretch it, because as you may know, wool stretches when it's wet. So you don't want to stretch it out of shape. You just want to pat it dry. You can leave it to dry naturally. You can also, what you can also do is you can dry it into shape. So you can put it into a cup like that and it will dry in that shape. So that's another idea. If you wanted to make another flower, so say you did another flower, you can then attach them both. So you will have a double layer like that. You must make sure this one is dry totally before you do that. So once that's totally dry and you've got the shape you want, what you can then do is decorate the inside if you want to. I did a middle bit and I've done lines up, sort of lines up the petals. So how I did that, for the middle bit, I've got a little ball of wool. Just moved it so it looks like a little ball. Added it to the middle of the flower. So you kind of add a big piece in the middle if you wanted, or a little piece, it's totally up to you. With the lines, all I did was I got a little piece of wool, I twisted it, became a straight line, and then I needle felted it in place. Like that. You can also add a little bit more colour around the inside, around the middle. And you just do that all the way around so you get to that shape. If you're just doing one, that's great, but if you want to join them together, make sure the back of this is quite fluffy and the middle bit there is quite fluffy also. Put it in the middle and then you would just needle felt it into place. Till it joins. Try not to needle felt the petals because you want them petals to move a little bit. So it's a bit like that. Then you just add your brooch back. You sew through them little holes on the back. Just sew it into place. That's the flower tutorial. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it.